The Poor Farmer and the Magical Shirt, a gentle sleep story for relaxation and bedtime. Long ago, in a quiet village surrounded by rolling hills and golden fields, there lived a poor farmer named Elias. Elias lived a simple life. Every morning, he woke before sunrise and walked to his small farm. He worked hard from dawn until dusk, yet his harvest was never enough to make him wealthy. Still, Elias was known for one thing. He had a kind heart. Even when he had very little, he always tried to help others.
One cold winter evening, as the wind softly whispered through the trees, Elias was walking home after a long day in the fields. The sky was turning deep blue, and the first stars were beginning to appear. As he followed the quiet road toward his cottage, he noticed an old man sitting beneath a tree. The man looked tired and cold. His clothes were worn, and his hands trembled in the chilly air. Elias stopped immediately. Although he had only a small piece of bread left for his supper, he offered half of it to the stranger. The old man accepted the bread and smiled warmly. His eyes sparkled with a mysterious light. "Thank you, young farmer," he said softly. "You have shown kindness when you had little to give. Such kindness is rare."
Then the old man reached into his bag and pulled out a neatly folded blue shirt. It looked ordinary, but somehow it seemed to glow gently in the fading evening light. "Take this shirt," the old man said. "It is a special gift. But remember this, true magic is not found in objects. It is found in the choices we make every day." Before Elias could ask another question, the old man disappeared into the evening mist. Elias stood there in surprise. He looked around, but the stranger was gone. The only thing left behind was the blue shirt in his hands. That night, Elias carefully placed the shirt beside his bed. The next morning, he decided to wear it while working on his farm. At first, nothing unusual happened. The shirt felt comfortable and warm. But later that day, something strange occurred. While walking home, Elias noticed that his elderly neighbor was struggling to carry a heavy basket of vegetables. Without hesitation, he offered to help. The old woman thanked him with a smile. As Elias continued on his way, he glanced down at the blue shirt. To his surprise, it seemed slightly larger than before. Perhaps it was his imagination, or perhaps it wasn't. The following day, Elias shared some of his vegetables with a hungry family in the village. That evening, the shirt appeared a little larger again. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months. Each time Elias performed an act of kindness, the shirt grew just a little bit bigger. When he repaired a broken fence for a neighbor, the shirt grew. When he helped a lost traveler find his way home, the shirt grew. When he comforted a lonely child, the shirt grew once more. But something else was growing as well. Elias's understanding of life. Slowly, he realized that happiness did not come from having more possessions. It came from caring for others. It came from generosity. It came from kindness. As the years passed, people throughout the village began to admire Elias. Whenever someone needed help, they knew they could count on him. His farm slowly became more successful. His harvests improved. His small cottage became warm and welcoming. Yet Elias remained humble. He never forgot the lesson of the mysterious old man. One peaceful evening many years later, Elias sat outside his cottage and watched the sun sink behind the hills. The sky glowed with soft shades of orange and gold. The air was calm and still. As he looked down at the magical blue shirt, he noticed something remarkable. It had stopped growing. For a moment, he wondered why. Then he smiled. He finally understood. The shirt had never been teaching him how to become rich. It had been teaching him how to become wise. The real magic had never been inside the fabric. The real magic had always been inside his heart. And from that day forward, Elias lived with peace, gratitude, and joy. The villagers told his story for generations. They spoke of the poor farmer who received a magical shirt. But more importantly, they remembered the lesson he learned, that kindness can change a life, that generosity creates abundance, and that the greatest magic in the world is a good and caring heart. As the stars quietly filled the night sky above the sleeping village, Elias closed his eyes and felt grateful for the beautiful journey of his life, and everything was peaceful. The end.